What do you want? Ask yourself what you want. And I'll bet you that 90% of attaining that is about just showing up. You want to evolve? Show up for your meditation. Show up for retreats. You want a college education? Show up at a college. You want a better body? Show up at the gym. I mean, how true is it? How often does a person show up at the gym and not get their workout done? The hardest part of anything is just showing up. Just show up. %90 of life is just showing up. There are a few things I can think of in my life that I would have liked to have done. I would like to have learned Aikido. I would like to have taken that up when I was a kid. I didn't know about it, but as soon as I learned about it, I would have liked to have learned that. You know why I didn't do it? Who can guess why I didn't do it based on this lecture? Because I just didn't show up. There were lessons, I just didn't show up. I could have done it. You think about what you want to do and then show up, and it'll take care of itself from there. You want to learn to play a musical instrument? Show up for your lessons. You want good teeth? Show up at the dentist. It's just showing up, you know. One thing that I've learned is that I need to help you connect the dots. I'm very conceptual by nature. Give me a concept and just, it's my nature. I can see how it applies to just about anything. We call those universal principles. Anything in life has an underlying principle that's universal. There's a basic mechanic there. And it's universal. Okay? Oh, you want to work out, so show up at the gym. That's the fish. 90% of life is just showing up. That's learning how to fish. That's the underlying principle. Everything is like that. But to be able to do that and to be able to work with that, you have to know how to connect the dots. You need to learn how to extrapolate. You need to learn how to take a principle and apply it. And I guess I'm a little bit slow in certain arenas because I've been lecturing for how many years? And it's still, I mean this respectfully, I don't know how you say it completely respectfully, but it took me a long time to realize how hard it is for people to connect the dots. And so I'm trying to back up now and help people connect some of the dots, you know. I was talking to the ashram people about this and talking about the manifestation of existence, and I forget what I was relating that to, but somebody, you know, how consciousness becomes conscious of itself. Consciousness is the unified field, the one thing out of which everything is birth. And when consciousness, that one thing, becomes conscious by its own nature, what is there before the manifestation of existence? Just consciousness. So what can it become conscious of? The only thing that is, itself. Consciousness becomes aware of itself, perceives it as other, like when you're brushing your teeth in front of the mirror and you catch your own reflection in the side mirror. You think there are two people there. There's not, there's one. Duality is born of oneness. So I was talking about that and had to back up. Somebody said, well, what's consciousness? And that threw me, man. Could I have been talking about this all these years? And when I say consciousness is the underlying, nobody knows what consciousness is? Consciousness. Consciousness. Consciousness is like the blue screen on a television when no show is being projected. It's the backdrop. It's the underlying matrix. The underlying matrix of you is consciousness, your own consciousness. Anything you experience is projected on the image on the screen of your consciousness. You feel love? Well, what's that? You're conscious of love. If you're not conscious of it, it's not there. You feel anger, any emotion, consciousness. It's the essence that underlies existence. And everything is etched on that. Everything is projected on that. All of your thoughts. What is a thought? A thought is a play within consciousness. This is all just the play of consciousness. The only thing that really exists. I don't know how else to say it. Consciousness. You almost have, Dr. Tien was showing me one technique one time, and I asked him a question about it, and at that point he shook his head and he said, from here you have to find it within your own self. And I was like, man, what a great line. I can give you these parameters and talk about this, now find it in your own self. Because inside of you, you do know what consciousness is, you see. And that's really all these teachings are about. These teachings are nothing more than a catalyst, an invitation for you to find knowledge within your own self. That's it.